Hey, we're live on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I can't believe it's already 9:15 a.m. Kind of late here on the East Coast. Late for the show. But we made it, and we're cranking along. I just want to let everyone know I just put out a mailing list newsletter sign-up sheet on the website. I put some stuff in LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter. So if anybody's out there sees the post, if you don't mind subscribing to the newsletter, I'm going to use your feedback to make a little Scrum and a little agile way of getting it better. And I'm going to be offering free stuff over time, little tools and tricks and stuff for people who are members of the newsletter. And it's basically a summary of what shows we do in a week in case people can't make it. They can see if there was a topic that they like during a week, they can go back and reference it. It's very similar to the newsletter I put out on LinkedIn and on the blog page for the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. So it's on there. And but it'll have more benefits, more stuff than they just see on the generic website pages and stuff like that. Stuff that's only available for members who subscribe to the newsletter. So that's out there. If you can, it'd be great. It's on 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. It should be on the front of the page there for subscribing to our newsletter. And there'll be giveaways and stuff like that as we go for different things that I will provide. Anyway, it's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, and I do appreciate in advance for anybody who does join the newsletter subscription group. That'd be great. And what do we talk about? What's going to be in the letters is stuff about Scrum and Agile in a very practical and tactical way, so we can bring value to our customers, not spend a lot of time getting that value and having fun along the way. So that is also part what shows up in the newsletter every week. And in fact, I got to put a newsletter out on LinkedIn and publish that up. Probably should do it today because I got to do last week's shows. And then later on, I'll add it to the email newsletter as part of a sample, trying it out, see how it works. So that's kind of why I'm looking for people to sign up who are connected. If you don't mind, it'd be great. So many thanks in advance for those who do sign up for the newsletter. Today, it's We Wednesday, where we talk about the team. What do we do? And I want to offer something, a little technique I use every once in a while. I don't use it all the time because if it's a tip or trick or something that you use all the time, sooner or later it burns out, right? So it's reverse psychology when you come to training. And this is great for BAs, product owners, Scrum masters, developers, anybody on the team that has something they created that they want the team to try to use, get feedback on, see what they like, and they want to offer something that they can share. Now, if you go out to a team, maybe you share stuff out there. You put a process or procedure out there and you don't get a lot of feedback. Not a lot of people are going to your wiki page or whatever you have associated with that activity. And you're like, well, how do I change this? And then one of the techniques people offer, if anybody's interested, I put it up on wiki. Here's what they say. If anybody's interested, I put it up on a wiki. I can help you through it and help you out. If you have any questions. Now, here's the problem with that. A lot of people don't like to admit that they can't figure it out. And also they don't have a lot of time. So there's two factors going against you. One, they don't want to admit that they have to ask for help, though it's not really help, but it's the word help. It's a 4-letter word. We should say help is that new 4-letter word. Maybe that'll be a show. And then the other one is they just don't have the time, right? And they think getting on it, figuring it out, trying to muscle their way through it'll take a lot of time. Now, the reason why you offer to help is to cut that time down so they can go through it, run through it. So here's where the reverse psychology comes into play. So rather than offer to help them go through it, ask for help, reverse it. Say, hey, I just created this procedure. I created this new piece of code. I wrote this new automated test script. I wrote this new requirement, and I would really like feedback. So what I'm asking for is any help from the teammates to look at it, go through it with me, do a run through so I can see how well I wrote it up and how it works for you, right? So now you're reversing the doing a little reverse psychology. Instead of offering to help them, you're asking them to help you. Now, will it change everything? Sometimes. Will it get some feedback? Probably. Highly likely you'll get someone, okay, well, I got time at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Be happy to go through your activity and give you feedback as we go, so you can watch me go through it. And then you can walk them through that. And then you trained at least one person. So now you got someone on your side, and you take their feedback. Now, it's very important, if they give you feedback, that you adjust your product, right? If you don't take their feedback, if they give you any, and adjust your product based on your thing, they might not likely do it again. So they want to make sure that their time is used to help you improve your product. So you have to use their feedback and incorporate it, and then do a follow-up. People don't do enough follow-up, and it's kind of like why I'm doing this newsletter thing. I want to follow up people, see what they like, what they don't like, and use that capability to have those communications. Because I'll be honest, social media is so out there, and you have no idea pretty much when or where anything's going to pop up. So, but at least if I have a smaller group of subscribers to the newsletter, and get some more feedback loops, get some more one-on-one time and things like that. So, but you want to do the follow-up to let them know, hey, I took your suggestion, I made these changes, I really appreciate your time. They then become an advocate the next time you do that, and they may say at a daily scrum, you know what, Greg came up with this new procedure. I enjoyed going through it and giving the feedback, and then Greg took my feedback and applied it. So if anybody else wants to do it this time, it would probably be a good experience and something good to see for the whole team, right? Now, they may or may not do that. Now, you could put seed things in there, like, hey, let's say Jane looked at my procedure and helped me update my stuff. You might put a seed out to Jane. Hey, Jane, today at Daily Scrum, I'm going to say that I came up with this new procedure. Would you mind giving any feedback during the Daily Scrum on how you like the process or anything like that? Whatever you want to do. If you don't, it's fine. But, to help me encourage to get some other volunteers to review this. They might even come back and say, I'll review your stuff too. So you got someone, repeat customer, as they teach you in marketing class, getting that repeat customer. But then they would also be an advocate for what you did. So I wanted to share that with you, as using reverse psychology to help train, share procedures, new techniques, new tools, new anything to help progress that, especially in teams that are difficult, let's just say, and volunteering to try something new on their own. This is a little more controlled. You're asking for help. More people are willing to. You got to be a big enough person to ask for help, and they appreciate that. And as Scrum Masters, leaders, sometimes we have to ask for help so that our people that we work with understand that it's okay to ask for help. We have to lead by example. But you didn't tell you any of that stuff, did you? Sometimes you have to ask for help, and that encourages everyone else to ask for help. So with that, I wanted to share that with you because it is late and I got to get moving. I'm going to wish you all a great day. Happy scrumming, and we will see you tomorrow. I hope you sign up for the newsletter and subscribe so that we can share more free stuff and little things that are coming along that I'm developing that you may find fun or time saving. Anyway, take care, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.